What's up guys, Spin Firearms here, and today we're going to be talking about a specific handgun that because of its looks, its brand name, stuff like that, it completely ruined the handgun. Now, do looks matter when it comes down to firearms? Honestly, in my opinion, I don't think so, but at the same time, it is nice to have a good looking pistol, right? In terms of function, you just want a handgun that's going to go bang every time, something you can trust your life with, your kid's life with, your family life with, right? That's the biggest thing. But on top of that, if you have a handgun that you really like the way it looks, you think it looks cool, stuff like that, chances are you're going to want to take it out to the range more. You're going to want to show it off more. You're going to be more active with that handgun, therefore possibly leading to better practice, better training, that whole sort of thing. So it all depends how you look at it. I own a bunch of handguns that are absolutely awesome. I love them to death, stuff like that. But at the same time, I can be honest and real that they're really freaking ugly. One being the Glock 26, 27, 28, 33, and 39. I think they're honestly ugly handguns. I don't think Glock is that special looking. I don't think it's great looking, it's beautiful, anything like that. They just function. And when I leave my house, I feel better about things when I have a Glock. I honestly feel like that this is the pistol that will be there when I need it to. And that's how I feel about a couple handguns I own, but majority of the time, it's with my Glocks. This handgun right here, whenever I make a video about it, the HK P2000 SKM40, everyone talks about how ugly it is. I thought the comments I would get on it are, oh, it's a subcompact, it's fat, too heavy to carry, it's in 40, which is an outdated round. Those are the comments I thought I'd get on it. But instead, the comments were, man, is that thing ugly. And I can agree, it is pretty dang ugly. But I absolutely love the HK P2000 SK. It even feels weird when you hold it because of that weird base plate. But at the same time, I really, really love this handgun. So looks don't matter. One of my most reliable handguns I've ever owned, one of my first handguns, the XD9 subcompact from Springfield Army. No, it doesn't have a grip zone. This is the better version, which is the Gen 1 in my opinion. I like the Gen 1s or the Mod 1s better than the Mod 2s. But anyways, this handgun has been beyond reliable and has a larger round count than 95% of my pistols. And not a single hiccup, not a single issue. It's Croatian, it has the grip safety, it's ugly. You know, you guys say that it's top heavy, whatever the case may be. But one thing you can't say about it is it's not reliable. And another one, a handgun I really like. I've actually gotten really used to shooting this thing, the Ruger Max 9. This is a working man's gun. They give you what you need. Awesome front tritium sight, which I actually really like the sight picture on this. Very easy to line up. A very soft trigger. Great ergonomics and texturing. But the thing is just ugly. I'm just being real. Nothing wrong with it though, because I still like it. But the handgun we're talking about is this little thing right here, the Taurus Spectrum. Now I know you're probably very tempted to click away or click the dislike button, which is fine. Click the dislike button, click the like button, doesn't really matter. But the looks of this handgun honestly made it a meme. The Taurus Spectrum came out a while ago, which one thing it does have going for it is made in Miami, Florida. It is made in Taurus's better plant. Now if you know the history of Taurus, it's been ups and downs, but mostly downs. But ever since, 10 years ago or so, they started releasing pistols that have actually been really good, solid pistols, regardless of being budget oriented, obviously, which means you have to cut corners in some areas. They came out with an awesome line of pistols, the G series, right? And now they're expanding on that. And one thing I do want to say about Taurus is, out of all handgun manufacturers, Taurus is very, very versatile. They're sort of like Smith & Wesson. They offer revolvers. They offer 9mm revolvers. They also offer pocket pistols. They offer 10mm. They offer micro pistols, XL versions of them, all different combinations, optics ready stuff, optics ready revolvers. I mean, just they literally offer everything, and their quality control is only getting better, which is interesting because some companies like SIG and Smith & Wesson, you see their quality control going downward, right? So Taurus is making a big leap in their production. But the Taurus Spectrum, anyways, is a pocket pistol. As you can see, it is cleared and safety checked. With this mag, which they were using Metgar. That was one of the most genius decisions that Taurus ever made. As you can see, this is a Metgar mag, which is huge when it comes to reliability. This setup right here is 6+1 to 380. Then they give you one with this weird, odd-looking base plate, but actually feels good in the hand. That's 7+1. So you could potentially get 8 rounds of 380 out of this. Just carry good defensive ammo. The Lehigh Defense or Underwood Extreme Defenders. Those will be your best friends. Sights, it's a pocket pistol, guys. We're not competition shooting, race shooting. This is, I'm being attacked, I'm going to my pocket and grabbing this thing. Or You know, that guy's charging at me, you know, you're going to do your thing real quick. But what's interesting is I think that they went into this with the right idea. They wanted a snag-free pocket pistol. But they wanted something you could still grip properly, that had decent ergonomics, and a trigger that's not too heavy, but at the same time to where that trigger can sort of act as your pocket carry safety, right? The finish is actually really good. Out of any Taurus I own, this finish is a million times better. I mean, honestly, other Tauruses, my GX4s, my TX22s, my G3Cs have a terrible finish. This finish has actually really lasted well. And I think because it's designed for pocket carry, they know they wanted a very nice finish. As you can see, that slide is very thin and minimal. This overall handgun is very small. I wear size large gloves, but I have short, fat fingers, and that's what it looks like in the hand. So this will slip into any pocket, any backpack, you know, any fanny pack, whatever the case may be, for all the people out there carrying fanny packs, I guess. I don't know why you would, but except for certain situations like the beach and stuff like that. But just get a pocket pistol, throw it in your pocket. And that is why I own stuff like this. Go to the beach. You have your shirt off. At least you have something on you. It's the best way to carry when it comes to being versatile and not interfering with life, right? I still want to live life. I still want to enjoy life, but I always want to have something on me. That is why I carry pocket pistols. Anyways, sights are already attached to the slide. You can't change them. It is what it is. With a handgun like this, a get-off-me gun, up close and personal, you're not going to be using those sights. But if you want to see me shoot this thing live, this thing is a tack driver. There is no recoil. Zero recoil. I mean, this thing shoots like a 22. It's ridiculous. But at the same time, I shot with these sights, and I was hitting 90% of the time. I mean, I was doing some plate sets where every round was hitting, and I was shooting fast. I was just literally bouncing with the recoil. Next shot, next shot, next shot, next... I mean, and it just goes. It runs. I have no malfunctions with this, but I've only ran Underwood and Lehigh ammo through it, which are solid copper projectiles. I haven't tried any actual jacketed hollow points. Anyways, completely snag-free. Now, what's interesting is with the texturing they did. As you can see, the texturing is the same as the frame on the slide, which actually feels good. And I shot this thing in the summer while I was sweating. It was like 80 degrees, mosquitoes around me, ticks, and you can rack it just fine. It's a very easy handgun to rack, so if you have hard hands or arthritis, this is an awesome option for you, right? But it actually works, and it's still snag-free. That slide stop is the only thing that can be snagged, but it's completely rounded off. Everything else is, you know, snag-free. Awesome texturing on that mag release. As you can see, it launches it just fine, right? Overall ergonomics, you're only going to get 2 1.5 fingers on it. Not a big deal because there is no recoil. Overall, though, for pocket pistol, it feels pretty darn good in the hand. Now, the stippling is different. Once again, it's a rubber like the slide. It's like this little rubber grip, which people buy grips. I buy grips all the time, and it's sort of like they have that texturing already on here, so it feels really good. And even when you're shooting in hot weather, it is not slippery or anything. Now, overall trigger is what a lot of people complain about, but once you actually take this to the range, you realize that trigger is actually decent. It's not as heavy as a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard, but it's not as light as an LCP Max. It's somewhere in the middle, but it's crisp, and I don't know why I just racked the slide. I mean, you can literally let the trigger go just fine. I mean, you're not going to have any issues, and if it's up close and personal, you don't have any issues. The handgun doesn't move. It's double action only, but it's on point every time. I mean, this thing just rips, and like I said, live fire is completely different. If you've ever shot the Walther PPS M2, the CZP-10M, or this, the live fire trigger is completely different. The Taurus Spectrum was ruined because of its looks. People said it's futuristic, it's a failed attempt by Taurus, whatever the case may be. Just like the Taurus Curve was basically a failed attempt at something, but I like innovation, and I like stuff like this. This is one of those pocket pistols that flew under the radar because it's Taurus, but also because of the way it looks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.